who issues bonds and why do they issue bonds? Alright, okay, almost any organization can issue bonds. Okay, however, the regulation is strict and the cost of getting people to help with the issuing of bonds, which we call underwriting, okay, can be costly, and also because there is legal procedures which you need to hire lawyers, and this can be costly also. But common organizations which issue bonds are international agencies, okay, we have government and municipal agencies. No, municipals, what are municipals? They are like things like, for example, in a country which has many states. So for each state you would have a local government, kind of like local government in states, and what we call them municipals, okay. And of course also corporate companies, okay, which is the majority. Alright, so why do they issue bonds? Why do they issue? Now for government, municipal agencies and international agencies, okay, perhaps, alright, it's to finance their budget, okay, or new projects that they have. Okay, what kind of projects are we expecting? For example, when they build roads, okay, build schools, right? They need funding when the taxes are not enough, and perhaps defense, okay, perhaps plants, not as in vegetation, but rather coal or electrical generating plants or nuclear plants, okay. You might ask, why don't these agencies go and borrow from a certain bank instead? Okay, now when they do this, okay, they are looking for the possibility of actually borrowing, okay, at an interest rate that is lower than if they were to borrow from banks. Alright, so typically the interest rates that they have to repay on their bonds that they issue are lower than banks. Okay, that's the motivating factor. Why do they issue bonds? An example is SIA, okay, who about a year ago they issued bonds, and investors, if you have at least a minimum of $10,000, you can actually buy a bond and you earn an interest rate of 2.15%, okay, over the next 5 years. Alright, this is well over the 0.125% in your QSB savings account, for example. Okay, and it's actually quite a smart move by SIA, because when they issue such bonds, okay, at 2.15%, it's much lesser than the 5 to 6% that they would have to pay interest rate to banks if they were to borrow from them. Okay.